London. We're going to go through, guys, we have a big program today. Please settle in and let's pay attention. We have a few coins to look at. We have Dogecoin, Bitcoin, GMT, huge day for VIP way to trade. We're going to talk about Bitcoin in a real perilous moment right now along this line of support. We're going to discuss the implications, where we're at. We tried for a reversal yesterday, just didn't get it, guys. This is London. We are going to shout out also to our VIP, of course. We want to shout out to London, to all our VIPs, to our new VIPs and our old VIPs, guys. That's our top level of trade membership. If you're not, and if you're not already a VIP, I definitely welcome you to join. In 2022, we have an incredible group, and it's just full of the top traders in the back, guys. We do charge $100 a month. We want to make sure you want to be there. Caught this today, bam, on GMT. Way to go, VIP. I caught that short, guys. It was like an 80% short. It's huge, bam, to the downside. Nice move. So we're looking at a market that is in a little bit of technical trouble. We'll discuss that, guys. In terms of the moves to the downside, it's kind of a severe day. Hopefully, you've been watching and you're not overexposed, guys. You know that if you're long, that you're not overexposed at any higher price. That's the VIP way to be, guys. I always reinforce that. You guys know that. I try and throw it in even the quick videos. You guys know that. So in terms of this crucial line of support, guys, this is the bear flag. Let's dig in to the market leader, okay? I want to talk about GMT because we talked about it yesterday. Guys, we traded GMT and VIP all night. Got to tell you guys, in terms of that flat top resistance, ascending line of support, it was the market mover. You guys know, you've seen that here, the same diagram. We got that breakout yesterday. I hope all of you traded and that you booked some trades, guys, because it was a kind of a miserable day in the market unless you were shorting, right? And I'm just excited to have been able to bring you a hot coin, guys. We love TA, so if you show me solid technicals, we're going to get into it. I'm going to tell you guys, GMT, interesting project, 30x, guys, 30x. VIP have been trading it for a while. This year, a 30x, the last few months. Very, very impressive. So in looking at the Bitcoin chart, let's dig into the details. You guys know. Now, this has been the implication the entirety of the time. We tried to beat this. You guys know we tried to establish price up and over, and I've got a little bit of a challenge today. I have the technicals just rearranged just a touch for just some variety's sake. Put the price over on the left-hand side just for a moment. In terms of this specific level of support to resistance, we tried to hold this. You guys know that was my key level of support that I wanted the market to hold, particularly on the daily. And that was the crucial resistance to support we needed to hold. This was a while back, guys. So in terms of that was the key feature in terms of holding that. In terms of looking for a turnaround in this area, we've been looking for turnarounds. I tried to coincide them with preceding technicals. You guys know that preceding technicals in terms of what is shown to be a macro reversal in the past. And guys, I just got to tell you, there's some odd pressures on the market right now. You know that Russia defaulted, I believe. Technically, they may have defaulted. S&P declared them to be in default. So there's some different issues going on right now with that and the Fed. There's just some different stuff going on in the market. If it's not being extraordinarily kind to you, I just ask, are you overexposed in the market? That's the first question. In terms of this bull flag on the daily, it's very interesting. Remember, we have this fallback zone. We were discussing that a while back in terms of that move to the downside. And let's invert this so that you guys get the picture, right? In terms of this, we would all be excited to trade this. You guys know this is a classic bull flag, right? We'd love to trade this, just inverting this price scale, move to the upside, downward sloping channel. Guys, same expectations. And in terms of this, let's just go through this. And guys, in terms of like Russia, that's just big news. I got to tell you guys, the overall markets, the broader markets got really hammered today. Just to discuss that, guys. You know, a little bit of a difficult day, but just the pattern formation here is kind of the worst case scenario. I want to tell you guys that in terms of lower prices, unless you're looking for lower prices, guys. If you're looking for lower prices, if you're looking for that value, if you're prepared for that with that heavy reserve capital, guys, that's the name of the game. If you can trade in between the highs and the lows, guys, and if you're prepared for those lower level Fibonacci's, right? This all has occurred on that 50% retracement. You guys know we're heavy on TA, and we are so excited for the new VIPs. Chris, want to shout out to you, brother. You joined yesterday. I still didn't get you over on Twitter, so maybe you're getting all that sorted out. I want to shout out to Frankie, brand new VIP. I want to shout out to Sean, brand new VIP. You guys are doing great in the back. It's nice to just kind of get things rolling. It'll take a while to really sync up, but I want to let you guys know that you're doing just awesome back there. It's nice to see you guys chatting a little bit and the chart work, etc. GMT was a heck of a move. And what do we got? Sean in the house. What do we got here? Pork Fried Mike, hey, how are you? Show the dip. Very nice. Mike, if you'd like to join VIP, you let me know, brother. Let me know. This is a chat for VIP and for essentially all the VIP guys. So Mike, we would welcome you to join VIP. We need you back in the back, my man. So Sean, I have to shout out to you. And but yeah, Mike, I'll do the same thing for you once you're VIP. Just hit that button right now. Easiest thing to do. Just bam, slam into the button. I want to let you guys know also with VIP, I will be restricting the number of people back there this year. I want to let you guys know that if you're thinking about, well, maybe I'll join in a few months, I wanted to let you guys know this year I'm going to be restricting the number of people in the back, the VIP, the ones with access to the charts, the ones with kind of immediate trade. I say what we say, just an enhanced environment in the back in Twitter. I am going to be limiting that this year. The reason is because last year we had 100 people join the first month, and it just became too much. There was too much riffraff. We couldn't really police it well, or not say police it, but we had no idea what was going on. And I'll tell you, in terms of like information leaving, being spread over to other channels in like Hong Kong, and some of my information was being just doled out with channels over in Asia. There was, I mean, honestly, there was some wild stuff going on. So we're gonna limit that this year. So if you're looking to join VIP, guys, it's a good time to do so. Before we start to limit the number there, looking at that 50% retracement, I just wanted to chat real quickly. That 50% retracement on the macro, right? That is a key feature. That's a key level. A lot of the traders are stacked up in this level. They're also excited about that golden pocket. You guys know that 61.8 to the 65th. Like, I don't know, guys. We were excited about it in this area as well. If we could get a golden pocket on Bitcoin, it would be amazing, right? It would just be unbelievable. We'll go through something very interesting as we look at the potential for a downward move. Downward momentum, right? Upward sloping channel. And guys, look at this. In terms of the potential for a move to the downside, I just want to reframe it. And guys, I have no intention of showing it all the way to the bottom there. We would abridge that a bit to just understand if you're shorting that your Fibonacci's normally your targets, right, to the I'd say just your targets in terms of your entry targets, they're going to operate as levels of resistance, essentially, as you're trying to get your short to go down. You want the price to go down. So just understand, if you guys are shorting, just stay, guys, never be overexposed in the market. And just simple stuff, guys. Buy at support, sell at resistance, and trade your patterns. If you're trading micro patterns, I want to go over this today. If you're trading micro patterns aggressively, make sure you have backup cash. I'm just going to tell you guys that. Make sure you have backup cash. And we like these macro patterns. I'll tell you, the larger the pattern, the larger the expected move. So that bull flag is in play. You guys know this. And where was it indicated? You guys know this on BTC. We'll go through the other coins here in just a minute with Doge and GMT in the house. Congratulations to VIP. I'm going to tell you guys, we had a coin moving 15-16% while the market was just down today. That's VIP, guys. That's awesome. I hope you guys had a good time trading or watching the price action, whatever you were doing in the back. In terms of this parallel channel, now this is where we get to, this is kind of where the rubber meets the road. Okay, let's look at this in terms of that parallel channel function. This was the upside. If you guys will recall this, when I stated, okay, if you will go back in the, you can go back to the actual streams, you can go back to the actual quick cut videos. But one of the things that we did here was we outlined this level of support, right? Bringing that up to the level of resistance and the formulation of a channel. You guys know that, right? We did that, okay, and in doing that, what's the implication? What does this mean when we are actually taking this lower level of support and raising it up to that level of resistance, that first hook in here along that resistance, which did repeat? Shout out to No Torque. No Torque, my man. Hope you're doing well. No Torque is a member of the channel, and he nailed this. Boom! In terms of the release, he said, "London, I heard you say resistance, and I sold." Bam! Nice job, Torque, brother. Way to go, man. That's just impressive. In terms of BTC down 6.4%, we were discussing, like, the likelihood that in the previous moves down, there just hasn't been much stopping it, right? You guys know that it's just been we've noted this the last 2 days, 2 to 3 days heavily. It's just there hasn't been much in the form of buyer support until we get to these lower levels. So that's what we're looking at right now. Not a big surprise, to tell you the truth. I mean, within the framework, it seems pretty aggressive. But guys, we've been through this so frequently. I would definitely say this is something that needs to be paid attention to, a lot of attention, right? For the potential on the daily. This is going to be the interesting fact here on this daily as we look at this line of support, guys. It's an interesting dynamic. If you guys are into shorts, that's an interesting level to hold or not hold. Just be careful if you're on shorts. Both that level can hold, right? We could receive some interaction here in terms of a level of support, and apply these to all your coins, all of these considerations in terms of the technicals that we're going over. You guys know that. And we'll cover some coins you may not like. The big deal is, guys, we're covering technical analysis, right? Former financial professional, myself, guys, not financial advice. You guys know that. And we did up the, I don't know, we did the channel up just a bit differently today. I wanted to put some Lambo on there. I know some Lambo fans, so I thought I'm going to put Lambo on there just for a minute, see what goes on. We've had Ferrari, so I decided Lambo in the house. Why not? So in terms of bringing up this level of support to resistance on BTC, what is the implication there? Well, first of all, we know that we got that from the monthly, right? We got this notion from the weekly, pardon me, from the weekly. Let's go to the weekly chart real quickly. Just to discuss this weekly chart, we were the first to bring this to the market, right? We love this weekly chart, this specific triangulation. You guys know that triangulation, one of the options for the traders at all times, guys, is to raise that level from the level of support to the level of resistance, right? That is essentially a nice, that's a take target, right? That's the first take target that we would look at before we get to this amplitude move, which is, I'd say, the more popular means of measuring your symmetrical triangulation, that amplitude move to the upside, right? We met that on the weekly. Bam. You'll see that we met that target just on the weekly, but as we dived down into the lower time frames, we had another symmetrical triangulation. That's the original triangle from the weekly, right? And then we had this secondary triangulation. You'll just see this from as we became more aggressive on the actual candle wicks, right? So the same notion applied, right? The same notion applied in terms of taking this bottom line support, okay, any symmetrical triangle, guys, even if it's on top of a bull pennant, right, okay, or a coil reversal, etc. In terms of this, we call the symmetrical triangle a coil because it does coil up, right? So in terms of bringing that support to the resistance, bam, up into the top. So that's where this line comes from. Now the implication is this, guys. The implication is bear flag. Right? The implication is we have a channel structure to work with, to look at. So I'm excited for the VIP because we have the right I'm just going to tell you guys, we have the right approach to this. I'm excited in terms of just not being overexposed. The day has, looks like it's reset, guys. So welcome to the new trading day. Hope that you guys are looking at, I hope you're booking trades, guys. If it's shorts, if it's longs on GMT, whatever you booked, I'm excited about that. GMT, 15% on a really heavy down day. That's VIP. We're excited about that. So let's reframe into what we have going on here. We have Doge on the left. We have BTC. We have GMT. All right, GMT's just been a lot of fun to trade, guys. KNC Kyber held strong. Kyber yesterday was down about 0.17%. Guys, that's a heck of a trend right there. You guys see that on Kyber? That's not bad, guys. That's the 4-hourly chart. That's to be paid attention. That requires our paying attention to it. Let me say that, right? So we can go through the details on Kyber. Just some coins that I've been paying attention to. In addition to USDT.D, pay attention to USDT.D, guys. Tether dominance. What do we have going on here, guys? Tether dominance. All right, Tether dominance, meaning when the safe haven of Tether gets into the mix. If people go to Tether, and we've discussed this, and I want to reframe the technicals here because we have a symmetrical consolidation. We have a breakout on the monthly. Now, this line has pushed a little bit. I've been discussing this with Pathfinder. Shout out to all the VIP. I hope you guys are doing well. VIP, top level of membership. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. In terms of this, we did capitulate back through this line of specified former resistance to support. If this were to traject to the upside, if this monthly, let's say, had a little bit of, I'd say a little bit of variability in this top line resistance, if it wants to forgive a little bit along this line and allow an incomplete, or I'd say an inexact, a non-exact level of, let's just look at this, guys, a level of resistance to support. If it were to, I think I've got my pups in the background. Don't worry about them. If you've got your own, I appreciate maybe some pictures in the back. VIP, mine are going crazy. In terms of this line of resistance to support, though, understand this is a continuation pattern band to the upside. That would indicate that the demand for Tether is going up, right? And I mean as a safe haven device. This is the, or asset. This is the monthly view. Going into the weekly, we have some different parameters to look at. And guys, if this thing skyrockets, your altcoins are going to go down. Okay, not all of them, but on the whole, yes, the prices of altcoins do have an inverse relationship, an inverse correlation with Tether. People go to Tether. This is the Tether chart. So the percentage goes up in terms of Tether dominance, then yes, okay, the prices go down. So we're looking at this in the framework on the lower time frame, the daily, which is the lower from the monthly we're looking at. or the weekly. What? Let me see. That was the weekly. Let me make sure. No, actually, it is the monthly. Okay, we were on the weekly on another chart. Weekly on the BTC chart for that triangulation. So we're dealing with a few triangulations, right? In terms of back to the daily, let's talk about what are we looking at on the tether, guys? What is this? What is this? Would you like to trade this? Absolutely, right? If you were a bull and you're going long, would you like to trade this right here? Move to the upside, a downward sloping channel, guys. That's dangerous territory for crypto prices. Like guaranteed, guys. Just looking at this in terms of this, like people are paying attention to this chart without a doubt. There's a reason I'm focusing on it. If this thing blasts off to the upside, just want to let you guys know, if this blasts off to the upside, it's going to be quite it's going to be quite an event, guys. It's going to be quite incredible. I'm going to say for the tether crew and potentially coins. I don't know, maybe even long term like Luna could benefit, something like that. But your prices, make sure that you have your targets below. You have targets below on your favorite coins, guys. That's the idea. Have those targets below on your coins. In terms of GMT, let's look at GMT now. I mean, I got to tell you guys, I was looking for a return to function from that top. And I slammed this short, this drop here, bam. I absolutely slammed that, guys, like an 80% trade, 80% trade, bam. Love when we have aggressive price action, guys. You know, never being overexposed to any specific price. What price action? I love it, guys. If you didn't book as many trades as you wanted to on GMT, I'm going to say that's a good thing because that means that you want to. That's the bottom line, that you absolutely want to. So if you haven't, or maybe you're trying to book trades and you haven't yet, I'm going to tell you guys, maybe you're learning how aggressive the market is towards traders. That's okay, guys. We're looking forward to seeing you develop over time. That's just the bottom line. So USDT.D in the bottom center, right there, front and center, bull flag. Danger, right, in terms of pricing. We're watching that, guys. That's on the daily, no, the 4 hourly. Pardon me, the 4 hourly. No, that is on the daily. We were on the 4 hourly on Kyber. The daily time frame, I was right. The 4 hour here is on Kyber, yeah. So the daily on Tether, guys, Tether dominance. Everybody, we have your attention, right? What is that? Let's lay this out exactly the way it needs to be laid out as we speak here now. Let's invert the scale on BTC. And now you see what we're dealing with, okay? Look at this. On the top and the bottom in the middle. You guys got that. Copy that, guys, right? In terms of we have a bear flag that's inverted on BTC, right? Now, to show you how attractive a bull flag like really is, but really how a bear flag really is quite attractive. Look at the, you see what we've done here now. If I invert the specific USDT.D, the Tether dominance chart, now you see what the Bitcoin chart is nearly precisely. Right, so I'm just doing that to prove the point, right? Do you have a bias in the market? Are you a little predisposed to look for buying opportunities as opposed to selling opportunities? Some people don't want to let something go, but if you would look at this, now you see, right? These are the same charts, right? And that would make sense as we would look at the at Tether dominance, as we would look at the potential for it to really crater into. I'd say crater into the prices of crypto. Just be prepared. That's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal, right? So we see just that, just the nice framework, just that inverse correlation, right? Moving down, right? Moving up. We see potential for additional downward movement. We see a potential for additional upward movement. On the Tether chart, let's go through one more detail real quickly on not the 4 hourly, is it? Let's see if it's the 4 hourly. Let me do this on the 4 hourly. Let me really kind of cinch into this. Let me see if I can really spread this out. Okay, we want to zoom back in. We've had a little bit of, I'd say we have, is it on the daily? Let's look on the daily. The daily, let's go to the monthly. Monthly, where were we at on the monthly? I will maybe go to the weekly and see if this is it. If not, we will bypass this. On the weekly, now pay attention to this on the Tether chart, please. On the weekly, there's an argument that we're in an ascending triangle. Okay, so we have a few different confirmations in terms of potential for positive movement to the upside. On that, I'd say weekly chart, there's a potential there for us to need an additional hit along this line of support that could provide a nice trajectory move to the upside for the majority of the cryptos. But be prepared, guys. And that's on the weekly. Please take a look at that weekly. Not a perfectly flat top, but I'd say roughly indicated. So we'll stick with the daily with the bull flag on the specific USDT.D dominance. Want to shout out today to Angel. Brother, I hope you are doing well. I hope you like the Lambo theme. Angel is our top contributor He says, I'm just a contributor. Yeah, right, Angel. You're more than that. You're a friend. You're a great guy, and we love you, boss man. So just want to say, I call him Big Guy all the time. Big Guy, I hope you're doing well. He invested in Bitcoin at $7.79. So he's got some bragging rights. He doesn't like to brag a lot, but he does have those rights around here anytime he wants them. So in terms of this line of support, we're excited that you make this your home, brother. In terms of line of resistance, line of support on Doge, you guys see this? Just as we would look at it, Doge is one of our bigger successes here on the channel because we really did encourage people to not be overexposed at higher prices, and we focused them into shout out to Pathfinder, one of our VIPs, guys in the back. He's just great in terms of targeting, etc. And in terms of that, like I encourage people to look at that all the way down to the 86% retracement. Bam, that 86% retracement got hit perfectly, guys, in the market. So from Doge and all of this hype up in this zone, guys, we were the ones that were encouraging you not to be overexposed and to focus on lower levels, even down to there. So we've got the proof in the back in terms of Pathfinder. We're so excited that you hit that 86. Congratulations, brother. It's so awesome. We literally bought the low. Our group literally bought the low in Dogecoin. It's very exciting to see that. And in terms of that kind of that expanding wedge formation, we would look for additional value at Doge. I'm going to tell you that the guys I know trading Doge, they want lower Doge. They just do. And they traded it up along the way. And the same guys that traded it up, guys, they want it lower. I just telling you guys, yeah, we'd love higher prices immediately, but they're willing to wait a bit. I'll just let you guys know that. That's just kind of a shout out from VIP to the community. That is what it is. So the day has reset. We've reset along a line of support right in this area in terms of BTC. We've got GMT, which was a wild flying coin yesterday. A lot of price action, 15% to the upside. We were green amidst the red. That's VIP. Looking at Luna. Let's check out Luna real quickly. Okay, let's check this out. Upward sloping. Diagonal, right? I say a diagonal channel, upward sloping channel, right? We've broken from that in just this amplitude. We would expect that move to the downside. Technically speaking, that'd be a nice hit on the golden pocket. I know people who are hitting targets. Those people would be the VIP, and I know that they're excited about drops in prices because that means that they can literally hit their targets, guys. That's the bottom line. I just know the guys in the back that get excited about prices going down. They have targets engaged, targets ready, always ready to compound down and cover any upside exposure. So that's really important. You guys go ahead and shout out in the chats. Let me know who is here. Mike, Fried, Mike, appreciate you being here. I haven't seen you for a while, so we would like you to be back in the back, my man. We'd appreciate that. No problem, bro. Just 2021 was 2021. Let's go. But I won't spend any time convincing you. You know what VIP is. If you're ready for it, you're ready for it. If you're not, you're not. That's the way it rolls. So looking at BTC, I know a lot of guys are looking at entering a short. It's just a shame from the line of resistance. Like if they had followed No Torque. No Torque's probably nodding his head. Yeah, the place to short was up here at resistance. We say, always guys, we say buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. Okay, so in terms of targets, pretty easily laid out here. We would say, targets in line with the golden pocket that's right now on BTC. In terms of support on that daily, in terms of buy at support or long at support, we would say right in this area, bam, on the daily, we're right there with a level of variability. You guys noted that 4 hour. And what was our target acquisition in the market? It was the lowest you guys will find on anywhere, guys. I think in the open market. In terms of this low here on the 4 hourly, bam, that was our target below the macro 50%. Feather in the cap for the VIP. What's up, guys? Way to go. In terms of the this 4 hourly, though, I do go to this level to show you that we do have this specific line of support below the indicated. Understand? I'll turn this white so you can see the difference. That's on the 4 hourly. There you go. On the 4 hourly, bam, that lower level of support, right? With the candle wicks, we would even have a lower threshold of support, and we could measure this threshold of support whether on the daily or on the 4 hourly or the 1 hourly. Okay. Just by going to those candle wicks. So if we will go to the daily chart, we do have a higher threshold or a higher level of, and it's just a complication, guys. As we remove complications in the market with technicals, that's how we get into higher levels of probability, right? Removing complications. When complications exist, it's just a level of risk. So I want to encourage you guys to refine your technicals to the point that you can eliminate those complications to the maximum extent possible, right? That's just really crucially important. So looking at this level of support, right, that is a daily function. You'll have another potential level here, right? Excuse me, let me draw that trend line instead of that specific Fibonacci. Always look at your variable lines of support, right? This internalized, I say, move here, right, at this specific pivot here, bam, bam, in and around that 39,380. All right, that's going to provide a little bit of a lower potential grab there. Okay, right now we've sat right on that specific line of support on the daily. We're going to prove who the bulls and the bears are, guys. We're going to prove it. I'm going to tell you guys because this is hot stuff in terms of TA. You guys know this. This is a big deal right along that level of support on the daily. That's a big deal, guys. Everybody, I think you guys know this is gonna prove it right here. What do we have going on? You know, it's just gonna be wild. Now, the Nasdaq has been pushing around the market. You guys know that the Nasdaq has been pushing around the market big time. Those equities have been just kind of, I tell the VIP, just be prepared for a flat tire any day, right? In terms of your trades, that's just the market. It's going to do it to you. Always carry a spare. And today I said, yeah, and the Nasdaq has been like a ditch, literally, just like, it's like, man, it's been pretty tough to be correlated with that Nasdaq. Been pretty rough. So we'll take that positive price action when we can find it and book those trades as accordingly. VIX up 15%. Big deal. Dot trying to recover just a bit, 1.25% up to 17.4, $17.40. Kyber, nice to see Kyber towards the top of the ETF list. Just a huge action here in terms of this. We were focused on Kyber. I focused on Kyber in the back. I just brought it as a newer coin after I reviewed about 200 to 300 coins, and they know it was just this move here was in formation. This was earlier this week, and I'll do some more coin reviews for you guys. We don't always need to be in the back trading. I'll do a coin review for you here in a couple of days. In terms of this falling wedge, bam, to the upside, falling wedge, bam, right in here, guys. Nice heads up to the VIP in the back. If you guys aren't booking trades on your own, I would just encourage you to find a trade group. It's VIP or whoever it may be. Just make sure that you're a part of that dynamic where maybe your time is not the only time in terms of taking, I don't know, maybe capitalizing your resources, your kind of the shared resources, etc. As you kind of get into some teamwork or something like that. Maybe that would be good for you. If you're not booking those trades, right? And if you're learning, I really encourage you. I want to let you guys know I started this VIP after I was really teaching people. Looks like we've broken out of this specific falling wedge on Kyber, by the way. Just a coin with price action, guys. I'm gonna tell you guys, the actual coin is, it's okay, guys, but it's not. It's a lot of these aren't just really expressing a lot of price action. So we've been focused on some that have, like GMT, a 30x, okay, 30 times your money in what time frame? In this in what is this, guys? In 1 month. Okay, so yeah, if something's going a 30x, we're going to focus on it. So nice trades today, and congrats to all the VIP that got in at a lower price. Way to go, guys. Very nice. So where are we at, guys? You're at your targets, right? We say buy at support, sell at resistance. Okay, now we're at in terms of like Doge, we're at a target level. Okay, we're at the golden pocket from low to high. Just measured real simply, low to high, just as plain as we can get in terms of those targets, right? So we're at that specific golden pocket. The previous level, that 50%, picked up quite well, right? Really quite well. So we would like to see some interaction here at the golden pocket. If you guys are trading, just remember, never be overexposed. The market, I'd say the market leader, BTC, may have a lot to do with how we respond in not only Doge, but in your other coins. As we would look at this move, again, guys, it's just going to be really defining, to the extent it could define the year. It could define this moment. This moment's part of the year. And I'll just tell you guys, this is a big moment for BTC. You guys know that, right? In terms of that level of support, I'd imagine there's a lot of orders there, which is why we have stopped thus far. In terms of the overall pressures on the market, I just can't tell you guys enough. It's one of those days when you just, you wake up and you read the news, and it's just like, well, there's another huge issue for the markets. So we've had a few of those in terms of like worldwide calamity, etc. just the technicals will explain sometimes in advance, right? What is what is occurring, or what always, the old axiom is, you can show me the news or show me the technicals, but I can show you the technicals, and I can show me the technicals, and I can tell you the news, right? If something bad happens, right? So we got that lesson very early on in BTC, right? In terms of even, I'll tell you, this rounding formation that we had caught, that I had taught my alpha traders at that time, right? In terms of that, just the standard, the standard here, guys, just losing. As we would look at this, as BTC was rounding up to 65, remember that, just losing its slope, right? Losing that slope, right? And just classical Elliott wave formation. And yes, me telling them that, bam, down to the, down she was headed before any of that price action was there. So just looking at the dynamics again, and you saw at the top what happened. Elon tested, boom, he tested into that top level Fibonacci. So in terms of the news, in terms of China, in terms of all these things that may have happened in that preceding event, and I'll say it does seem with regulation that there's a little bit of a difference. It feels a little bit different in this retracement as we look at BTC, with like Austria at the top saying, we're going to tax all your Bitcoin. And everyone's like, whoa, hold on. What, Austria? You're going to tax all of our Bitcoin? Okay. Then it kind of felt like the stair steps were gradually being just walked down by the other countries, from China to Iceland to Russia, which has been waffling back and forth to kind of the war event in here. We can point to the technicals and show you those specific events. And I'm just excited to have you guys as part of the team in 2022. What is up, guys? And resiliency is the name of the game, and being with the right group that's going to keep you guys engaged in the technicals and refine your trade game 2022. That's what VIP is all about, period, guys. And it's going to be a good year. If you guys have been beaten up a little bit along the way down here, guys, you haven't lost anything, really, if you're here to complain about it. I'll tell you that. That would be the biggest way to look at it. I told Angel yesterday, I was like, the most irreplaceable thing in the world is you. Right, so you haven't lost anything, really, if you would look at the fact. And I'll say, guys, you can always refine your tactic and your trade strategy approach, right? But in terms of just just in terms of the solid fundamentals of TA, that's something that can be learned. It's not horribly difficult. But I'll tell you this, in terms of not just not kind of, I'd say, polluting yourself with, a lot of people say, well, I know the wrong answers are out there. Well, I don't understand. People know that the wrong answers are out there, and they're determined to go look through all the wrong answers to see if there's an answer that they like. You guys pick up on that? People will go look at the wrong channels consistently, and they're digging through the trash trying to find something that they agree with. That's not the right approach, guys. You need to frame TA so that you understand it. You need to be the best in terms of TA in your own technicals, not to sift through the trash and the multitudes of the crowds that are attracted to. There's millions of people that like this one opinion. Do those millions of people, does the vast majority normally win in the market? Is that how it works? No, not at all, guys. The vast majority of people lose in the market when they trade, right? So develop that skill, hone it in terms of your ability to just view all that as the competition, guys. If you see, additional, I say the masses, droving into one part of the market, what do those masses do? Let's look at BTC, guys. What do the masses do? The masses buy at the top, right? They hold positions still at the top of BTC, right? That's not the framework that you want to put yourself into. So don't dig through the TA trash in terms of finding an opinion. And a lot of people say, well, I use it as an opposite signal. I watch what they do and I'll do the opposite. Like, man, just get the answer yourself. Find out how to solidly frame the technicals yourself. Dig into your abilities and make sure that happens in 2022. We don't want to walk around and tell our kids, or grandkids, yeah, I used to go look through all the wrong answers and then I would decide what I wanted to do. It's like, well, it takes you a tenth of the time for you to decide what to do. You guys know this, and it's just it's not demeaning in any regard for you guys to know the answer. And I look forward to 2022, you guys developing into the level of trader that you can be, where you're going to frame the answer. You're going to bring the answer up to yourself. You're going to solidly, solidly put your trade game together. I just know this, guys. I've seen people do it, and the guys who are committed to doing it, they do it. So I know that you're capable of doing it. Just focus, guys. It's not this is not It's not like a theme park, right? It's real stuff, and trading makes a difference. It makes you feel better when you book a trade. It makes the family happy when you book a trade, right? It is the dynamic that we are into. So, in terms of the residual of the coins or anything else that you guys have going on, if you could shout out in the chat, let me know who's here. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe me and Sean. Everyone else may be a bot. Sean, I don't know. It's possible. If it's a bot, I'll go chill and trade in the back with the VIP with the DM. Guys, I'll go in the back if there's no one here. I'll go chill in the back. We can go trade. I don't mind that at all. Looking through the coins, in terms of that, we could do a review on the coins. I'll probably do that on my own time. We could take a look at the NASDAQ chart. Wouldn't mind doing that. Looking at the NASDAQ chart. Let's replace Luna real quickly for NASDAQ. I just want to look at it. You guys know, not financial advice, etc. Let's see, like the NASDAQ chart. Yeah, real familiar, guys. As you would look at the NASDAQ chart, it's just real, like, super familiar. Because, I mean, if you look at your altcoins, a lot of your altcoins have expressed just almost pattern, just the same exact patterning of the Nasdaq, and we'll just here on the it's just look at this, guys, on the on BTC. It's just almost uneventful, guys. You have to admit it's almost uneventful. Like in terms of the Nasdaq, look at the Nasdaq here on the bottom right. You guys see this? Let's do this. You guys see the Nasdaq on the bottom right? Yeah, you see Bitcoin here on the middle portion. It's just. It is what it is, but it looks like it just looks like a lot of the trappings are the same, same technicals. So the comparatives are very easy as we would look at it, extremely easy in terms of making those comparatives. And we made a big move yesterday, guys. It was a big move on BTC, right? So looking forward to seeing how we perform on this daily line of support. Let's see what we got. Is that a little head and shoulders? What's up, Ari? How are you, man? Hope you're doing well. Ari, good to hear. Good shout out. At least somebody shout out in the chats. That's nice to hear. You think that BTC is in a head and shoulders? Let's see if I would agree with you. Well, I would ask how you would come up with something like that. I would reframe it more if you're talking about a head in the middle here and the two shoulders. I would probably challenge you, and I think I'd know where you studied or where you learned your TA as to whether or not you would agree or disagree that it's just a standardized range. If you were looking at something like that is a standardized range, instead of looking at it like why wouldn't you look at it in terms of a bear flag? Right, so I don't disagree with the notion that you're leaning, but just so that you know, I don't know. We study New York Institute of Finance. That's where we get our information, where Wall Street goes to school. So literally, so when we're looking at something like this, I would say that technically the definition could be met, but why would you scale out of, or why would you shy away from? I would say a range is indicated. Even an angled range would be indicated with an amplitude move, same as your specific your interpretation. But I would also just say in terms of that move to the downside and that potential for the continuation on a bear flag level. That's the big kahuna right there that you're looking at, is that move to the downside, which is that bear flag indication, which is just the opposite of USDT.D, that tether, right? The tether in terms of the move to the upside, that downward sloping channel and the potential for a move up there. You're just seeing that inverse correlation. So yeah, we're looking at flags. I mean, this is definitely a flag. That's a bull flag, guys, without a doubt. So this is a flag. The correlative, or the negative correlation thereof, is a flag to the downside. So that's what we are looking at. Science of physics. You're graduated from science of physics. So let's say where? That's exciting. So you're a physicist. That's very good. You probably have a good handle on your technicals. We would welcome you to join our VIP. I'm going to put where. Where did you graduate from? Let's see. Where? I'm going to put where here. Did you graduate from? I'm interested that you have graduated, because some physical properties, momentum. There you go. Looking at the property of momentum, we have looked at this, and guys, let's bring up MACD. You guys want to look at MACD real quickly on BTC? It's a nice indicator to dial into. Let's look at MACD real quickly and see if I can find. Let's see, MACD strategy. I don't want the strategy. What did I want on the? I wanted the EMA, and this will tell me how to get there real quickly. The multiple. Let me go to the multiple. I think the multiple will give me the price momentum MACD time frame multiples. There we go. Bam. Okay. Just to look at this in terms of the operation of like momentum, as you talk about, like you're a physicist, that's nice. We would welcome you to be a member of our VIP. In terms of, and I just bring that up because anyone we talk to, I want you guys to join. It's cool. It's a good place to be in the back, etc. We have a good time. We've been at this for a while, and yeah, our traders, they have to get used to things, but it's pretty cool, guys. After a while, to see them really develop and start booking trades and hammering through things, doing things they thought only they had to be kind of instructed what to do. They'll start doing it on their own. Looking at the momentum in terms of this MACD, bam, nice momentum curve, nice alignment there with the actual price. I think you guys will agree that's a real clear, I'd say, framework of the MACD. I have stated previously, and you guys know this, as we look at the MACD, that we wanted big blue waves. That's the way I put it earlier on to you guys. Earlier in the year, I was like, we want some big blue waves, right? That would indicate some nice pricing events, right? So we've had a few of them, right? We've had this one here, we've had another one here, and to the extent that those are nice pricing events, guys, we have had some movement to the upside from the lower side target, our lower side target that we shared with the market, 35% to the upside. And I don't think it could be discounted. I really want you guys to focus on this specific fact, guys, as we talk about buy at support, sell at resistance, right? Trade your patterns and hit your targets. What is the one thing that we're doing that other channels aren't doing, guys? What is it, the one thing that, or your friends in the market or someone else, they may try and quote unquote buy the dip? We are specified line like just a absolute sniper in on, bam, literally that's our target. That's a big acquisition, guys, when other people are just trying to continually play breakout trades, etc. And so I encourage you all to look at these targets. Bam, 30+% to the upside, 35% to the upside. As you would look at your Fibonacci's between here and there, multiple opportunities to trade. So when I bring up these specific, let's say on the daily, that MACD, you need to make sure that you're capturing these, right? When you see that begin to fold over here, right? It was a good indication in the zone. I brought that to VIP. I didn't say be overly, you judge it as you choose, right? No indicator should be used in exclusion, right? Or to the exclusion of all the other indicators, right? It just shouldn't be. So nothing in isolation, right? Everything as I'd say a cooperative between your specific indicators, right? So Kyber getting a little bit of a thrust there from that move. It's nice to see. And let's see what we got. What else do we have here? We'd like Doge to kind of get up and go. We have some Doge fans. You guys know that. Nothing wrong with Doge fans, right? Nothing wrong with wonder what Elon's going to do with Doge. I don't know. He's making a big noise about it, right? He wouldn't mind if it went down for 5 years, I bet you. And really, he gave some people an opportunity to make a ton of cash. He's already seen it make a ton of people cash. So he wouldn't mind reinventing the wheel, I don't think. But as we look at Doge, a lot of guys in VIP, et cetera, would love it to go back down so it could go back up. I'll tell you that. It's done well to that 86, classic 86 retracement. Looking at Iraqi, Kifa Habibi. Shuk Barak. I hope everything is good. I hope everything is good in terms of that's nice to hear. Ari from what is it? University of Iraq. Very good to see. And physicist, yeah. We have had some PhDs in the back in terms of VIP. We've had some trade professionals. And a lot of military guys, just that you mentioned Iraq, just to let you know, a lot of military guys find it a cool place to hang out here. I studied military strategic intelligence and certified in that, but I'm not in the armed forces. So to the extent that you guys are just white collar or blue collar, let you guys know. As we frame the technicals, look at either Doge, right? Just looking at this, look at the momentum shift here. Bam, momentum shift here. Looking at the preceding momentum shifts, not as on, let's say, as on par as we would like it. The MACD momentum can bite you a few times, guys. In terms, it only takes 1 or 2 times to realize, wait, these divergences aren't working, right? So I brought this up with a little bit of caution here to VIP, just to let them know it looks like we are definitely losing momentum. That was definitely indicated. This level as well indicated. But you'll start having to play, you'll start having to make assumptions and change time frames. It's difficult. You guys know that. You'll start having to dig into the different time frames. So the daily's been consistent on the weekly, what is interesting on the weekly as we would look and dig into the weekly on BTC and apply this to your other coins, guys. Very important. As we would look at the MACD on the weekly, let me raise this so you guys get a real good picture of this in terms of this flow to the upside. Right, we're seeing this as the momentum would shift. We would be expecting continued higher prices here based on this weekly pattern, right? As we're seeing the shift back to the positive here. Now, I did remind everybody within this weekly pattern, however, right, within this specific zone here, and I appreciate you guys being here tonight. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. This specific drop to the downside of 25%. That was a big drop, and so in terms of the expectations that we were looking at on the weekly, I reframed these earlier this week, and I just told you guys, like, let's not go with just the weekly here. And that's what I framed in that daily, right? And we've had a drop thus far of 17%, not the full entirety of, like, let's say this move, but you guys can clearly see it indicated in line with that 25% move to the downside. We were still working our way to the upside in terms of the MACD. So we're doing the same here, just with the understanding there's a 25% move to the downside. So yeah, this 17-18% move thus far is to be noted, while it looks like we're, I'd say, pursuing a shift on the MACD on the specific daily. That's really or on the weekly. Pardon me, on the weekly. Right, we're turning there on the weekly, and I just had changed to the daily. Let me just show you that again on the weekly. Right, we're just moving to the positive. Right, moving to the upward momentum. That momentum shift. Bam. Positive pricing, right? We're in that shift again, right? Now, to the extent, though, that we are on the daily, and that's what I meant to stay there early, state there earlier, pardon me. Just wanted to get that clearly framed. In terms of this, I shifted earlier back to this argument here that on the daily we were losing. And this is what MACD will do to you. This is one of the dangers of it. You guys know this, who use it a lot. It'll tell you a real clear story until you have to dig down into the lower time frame, right? It's like the daily's real clear or the weekly's real clear until you have to dig into from the dailies, let's say to the 4 hourly, right? Or from the weekly to the daily. As soon as you shift down time frames, it can send you confusing messages, guys, or miscommunicate in terms of, I'd say, sending mixed signals. So be prepared for the fact, and this is what I did follow up that weekly shift to the positive with the fact that we were losing this daily momentum. That was, I think, last week at some point during this, just during this this portion in here. So as we would look at the current pricing, guys, we are on the daily. Let's just review this. And guys, we have, what are we, about 30 minutes into the trading day. Hope you guys are doing well, that you're holding up, and that you're full of heavy reserve capital, guys. That's the name of this game, right? You guys know that in terms of heavy reserve capital available for lower levels, available to hit your targets, never fully exposed, never overexposed at any higher price. Right now, the story with BTC is that we capitulated, bam, beyond my key level of prior resistance. I wanted to see this hold. You guys know this. I wanted to see that specific level hold, prior resistance. I wanted to see that, and that was as aggressive as I could be, right, in terms of maintaining trajectory up and over exponential 200, right? Exponential average, EMA, exponential moving average 200. Wanted to maintain and continue to the upside. So this was really my key focal in terms of that prior resistance to support level. And you know, the danger underneath, guys, is real simple, is that each time that we have capitulated down on each of these turns, it's just been real aggressive. So we've seen that once now, twice, and the third time it's just, you know, we've talked about it every time, tried to pick up in terms of, well, there's a potential for a reversal, or potential for a support at the 100 instead of the 200, right? But it's just been each and every time we've just glided straight down to this level of support, and just a lot of traction. A lot of attraction down at that 50% retracement, right, from the all-time high. That 50% retracement has been a key level of attraction for the coin. So in terms of this move to the downside, we are indicated in a channel. Let's just say, it's easier to say a channel formation. People kind of, they stray away when you say like bear flag. We don't have to talk about a bear flag. No big deal. It's a channel formation. It's a range. It's a swing trade staring at you, right? In terms of that take at the level of resistance. Shout out to No Torque. He is a member at the channel. I want to invite you guys to become a member today. We have a lot of fun trading. We have back rooms. Boom, boom. We've got all types of charts. Slammed this today. Bam. I think I made 80% on this GMT specific move to the downside. Just caught that one. Bam, nice move to the downside. That was in, what time frame is that on? That's on the 5-minute. Bam, that was a big move on the 5-minute, guys. It was doing really well and just slammed down. Guys, if you can catch a few trades like that and kind of catch some wind on the day, it's kind of a nice way to spend some time in VIP in the back, right? In terms of this level of support, we would carry up this specific, once again, guys, to that top level, this specific level of support to the top level resistance, right, indicated by that weekly. Just to reframe, if you guys are just coming in, hit the like button so I know that you've just shown up and I can go through what I went through in the beginning for anybody else who's just shown up. In terms of this specific weekly chart, we were the first ones to bring this, guys, in terms of a symmetrical triangulation. And I know we were the first ones to bring it because I was the first one to bring this back in the retracement of 2021, right? I let everybody know I see something really big. This is on the weekly chart, right? Just a really crucial level here as we look at the potential for a really drastic falling wedge on that weekly chart. Indeed, that was the pattern that got us up and out. VIP, remember, it was bending down through here, and I told everybody it's not good. This needs to get fixed. I shouted out to Elon and whoever else via CC on Twitter, and slowly but surely, bam, we started to move up. That was the turning point there. So I've been looking at the weekly. It's a great time frame to look at. This is a symmetrical triangulation. We did complete that to the upside. So in terms of the move to the upside, those who were conservatively geared, guys, bam, you booked your trade. In terms of becoming more aggressive, that's what BTC invites us to do quite frequently, right? So I say the conservative approach was just take your profits, no problem. Good trade, carry on, keep going, right? We'll find another trade. Well, the lower time frames, we're enticing traders to continue to trade to the upside, right? So that weekly was a nice trade for those who booked it. Shout out to AJ Crypto, shout out to Angel, who I know have been trading Bitcoin, part of the VIP. Shout out to Freddie, shout out to Pathfinder, shout out to Slim, some guys that are trading Doge in the back. Shout out to everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. What else we got here in the chat? This is my double tops. Hope you will be great. Thank you very much, Ari. I appreciate that. And in terms of the chat, I want to let you know you are welcome to join VIP. And I'll put that for Ari just so that he knows. And shout out to Iraq. I'll just say that. Hello, Iraq. And I hope everyone there is doing well. And I mean that sincerely. I really hope that everyone in Iraq is doing well. We have, who was that? Daniel in 2021 that joined with us. He was was that DOD police or something? That was, he was a part of a security outfit in Iraq. And he found time to trade. So just a cool, cool group we've got here, guys. In terms of that, it's just guys who want to beat the market. I tell everybody it's blue collar. I've changed it, blue collar or white collar. If it's an old collar or a new collar, guys, it's the people who want to beat the market. If you want to beat the market, that's the name of the game with our group. And we want you, like Josh on the bottom right there, $1 Million Champ in 2021. I put 3 people up to the challenge. 2 people did it, okay? 3 people got put up to $1 Million challenge, and 2 out of the 3 did it, okay? And I think the other one just decided not to trade. He had some other stuff going on, had more of a professional executive life, but it wasn't thank you, bro. You're welcome, Ari. No problem. It's just that's the dynamic we want to create, is one of success, and it's not like we have 200,000 viewers and we had one guy that made $1 million. That's no way, guys. No way. Look at him. What is up? Sorry about the absence, London. My man, Angel in the house. What's up, Angel? Brother, what's going on? My man. Angel, top shelf VIP on the top right, guys, just so you know. Invested in Bitcoin at $7.79. I'm so excited to see you, Angel. Angel saying hello to all VIPs. What's up, guys? You can shout out in the chats. And, man, I have to say, we have missed you, Angel. Absolutely. And hope you guys all recognize he's just, guys, one of the best crypto traders, like, period, in the market at all, ever. Like, guys, in crypto, like, hello, $7 to $8, like, entry in Bitcoin. Like, guys, he's running the markets, guys. He's doing very well. So we're excited to have him here tonight. We hope we can spend some time with you. And, you guys just shout out in the chats. Let me know what you're doing. And let me go ahead and make sure the Twitter knows in the back. Everyone needs to know that Angel is in the chat right now. Come and join us in the chat. There we go. And I want to let you guys know that I put that in the back for the VIP in our private room, our restricted zone VIP. And Angel out of the woodwork. Now I think what happened with Angel, I'll discuss it later. But I think it was his birthday a few weeks ago, or about a week ago, and so I don't know. I think I may have run him away because I told him I was going to play a happy birthday or something like that, do a birthday stream. He may not have wanted that, which I understand, brother. I completely understand that. Angel, just to catch you up on the technicals. Not that I need to. I know that you're fully framed into the technicals, but in terms of this, we're at an exciting moment for BTC. Without a doubt, an exciting moment right on support for the daily. Bam. Can we hold the daily? I'm going to tell you, can we hold the daily? Some guys are going to sit there and wonder if we can. Other guys are going to try and make it happen. Angel's one of the guys that's going to try and make it happen. Literally, he is. Guys, he's got, I always say, just iron hands. It's just, it's a pleasure to know you. Angel, you know that, man. Much love to you. So glad to see you. I hope you like the new Lambo features. Not bad. We had to do something kind of exciting. And kind of to update you, Angel, we've been, and I know I've been sending you stuff, so kind of what we have going on daily. We all missed you guys, absolutely. And I think Freddie's late getting off work. Luke's at work. We have a lot of guys that are working, guys in VIP, etc. We've been. Angel, we could discuss. I've been hitting a lot on 20x. It's been nice in terms of the moves in the market. We've had a lot of success recently. Hit this specific. What was that on GMT? Nailed that GMT short, brother. Just it was a nice move to the downside on that 5 minute. Just to discuss it, it was the drop, just boom, and it was just a nice, just a nice short to nail. So I hope your trades have been going great. I know that they have, Angel. We'd love to hear about what you're focused on and. Just for the record, yeah, just kind of update us, like, what's up? It's VIP in the house. We get to relax a little bit. I'm just sitting here with Nicole. Hey, graphics are fire. What's up, Nicole? Nice to see you. Boom, boom. And nice to have you here in the mix of the VIP. And yeah, Angel, just thanks for sharing your time with us. Absolutely, because I know it's precious time. Let me see what we got going on in the chat. All right. So. What we've been focused on is the crucial, guys, technical analysis. Let's dig back into it right now. This is the most crucial thing that you're going to look at. I'm going to tell you guys the most crucial, just diametrically opposed, the center of your screen. Look at this. In terms of the middle top of the lower, let's say the middle top and the middle lower portion, okay? What we have here is a bull flag. Move to the upside, downward sloping channel. Very bullish. You guys know, extremely bullish, right? In terms of this, and that's the USDT.D. That's the USDT. That essentially is tether, right? The dollar tether. Okay, so in crypto, when people get out of their cryptos, sell their cryptos, and they get into, right, they'll move to tether. They'll move to that cash position. That increases the percentage of the market cap for tether, right? And in terms of that, we're just looking at what we're looking at is this inverse correlation between Bitcoin in a bear flag, Tether in a bull flag, literally just squaring off. This is a very bearish pattern here with a very bullish pattern here. They can fail. Understand that they can fail, right? That's the one thing we say, and anybody knows that. Angel knows that, right? He's like, yeah, we can slam it to a bull flag. It can. Yeah, what a slingshot BTC, bam. Absolutely. And so we look at the patterns for guidance, kind of along with support, resistance, etc. Can a line of support fail? You betcha, guys, without a doubt. Can a target fail? Absolutely. You always have to have backup. So as we would look at just a textbook pattern here, move to the upside, downward sloping channel, right on. You guys understand without a doubt that these can fail. So I'm going to tell you that the bulls would be counting on this failure of USDT.D. Probably this is one of the most important patterns for the bulls in the last, what we say, guys? I'd say at least, look at the Bitcoin chart, guys, at least a year. Believe it or not, this is one of the most important patterns for Bitcoin and Tether in the last year. I'd say 400 days, right? We're gonna go back to this level here in this 465 days. So we're at 100 days over the year, right? It is that type of a pattern. It's hugely important. This is the Tether chart on the daily. Now, in terms of, we have some additional volatility here, but what we have is the complication on the weekly, right? On this weekly, we have the potential, right? We have the potential for an interpretation that we may be dealing with, and this is the complication, guys. This is the complication in line with this ascending triangle. Now, that ascending triangle guys, that interpretation on the weekly, that's a big deal. That's a big deal for Tether to be looking like that on the weekly. So we need to pay attention to this. It is a huge potential shift in the market. You guys know this. It's just a huge potential shift. Now, give us the value of lower zones. We would be happy for that. I think even your leverage, your ETF, etc., your futures, derivatives may play well at lower levels, just to be honest with you. Now, your long-term holdings, I don't want that to occur if you're holding long-term. And in terms of your exposure to futures or derivatives, I just want to encourage you and remind you, as we look at that, I told the VIP yesterday, was it an Angel? I think I told you that I had mentioned this to them, that just for those of you who want to trade options and trade leverage and derivatives, that, as they say, and Kyber doing pretty well from its liftoff there, that holders retire. You guys get this? Holders retire and options expire. All right. So to the extent that you're retired and trading options, congratulations, because that's a rare combo. Most of the time, holders in crypto and stocks, they retire, and options normally expire, right? There's a limit on them in terms of the time, and one of the things in terms of investing is, well, you have to be patient. So, you can get, into the leverage, you can get into the maximization, but I just kind of, it takes the rare capable being that can really schedule into options. And I've been around some cool guys with options, some guys that have taught me a lot along the years. And it's just it's never without a challenge, guys. It's just not. I will tell you, even with the best of the best, it's never a cakewalk. The market is built to be a challenge to you at every turn, guys. It just really is. It's never supposed to be just wake up and tomorrow's easy. No one is expecting an easy day tomorrow in crypto. You guys know that. Is anyone here expecting an easy day in crypto tomorrow? Not one of us, guys. So that's the coolest thing, that we can look at that and actually say that's the truth. Not one of us is going to go to bed tonight, okay, or in the morning, whenever that occurs, and not one of us is going to operate under the assumption that, well, tomorrow's going to be easy. Whew, thank goodness tomorrow's going to be easy, right? That's not on the map, guys. It's just not. In terms of the market, that's what we love. Angel brother, that's one thing that you shine through at, and you're really a strong character that I've learned a lot from, and I appreciate having you around me, period. And Nicole, I want you to know how much I really value the guy that's sitting next to you right now. He's toughened me up in crypto quite a bit, and I appreciate that. And maybe in some other ways too. So in terms of that, Angel, you're the man. Hope everything's going great, man. Hope Eden Rain's great, and I just hope the birthday was just awesome, man. I want to see pictures. I want to see all that good stuff, man. You got to show me pictures. I got to see videos. I got to see all that good stuff. What's up? So, looking at Doge, let's deal into Doge, and what we'll look at SHIB, guys. We'll look at SHIB here in a minute. The top line resistance, this bottom line support. In terms of the specified Fibonacci's on Doge, we're currently at that golden pocket, measured from the low to the high, and I would measure on the hourly right now. I think that was a good indication and a good approach to measure in at that 50%, which had some good interaction, guys. That was a nice pickup. 10% was a huge move, guys, on that upper level there. Now we're just squarely hit into that specific golden pocket feature there, the 61.8 on Doge. But yeah, that was nice. I know that Freddie did well on that. Congrats to Freddie, and I hope he booked that trade. He was excited on Sunday. He's like, oh man, and he was having one of those elation moments. Everything was so exciting, and I'm like, Freddie, did you book it? And I know he probably did. He probably left a little bit in there to see if it could continue to go up. Never overexposed. He's really great at booking those trades. So Kyber has been on the left. I'm glad that we featured it. It's at the top of the market. Bam. That's VIP, guys. Just in terms of focusing on the coin that's been here the whole time since reset, since an hour before reset. So seeing that, okay, bam, to the upside. That's just, guys, and the guys who know me best, like Angel, he knows this, and you guys know this too. Like I like to bring you the coin that's going to go the number one. I want to bring you the number one. That's the idea, and it just takes a lot of work, guys. You know this, and I know all of you know, because you're the type of trader as well. So that's just it's a nice dynamic to try and achieve. Like GMT yesterday, yeah, we had focused on GMT without a doubt, and so it's nice to have that in the mix and to achieve being up like 16-17% in like a red day like that. Like, hello, that was sweet, guys. That was just awesome, huh? So glad that we're able to continue that dynamic, and that dynamic's just never going to end. That's just me. That's just VIP. That's the way it is, guys. We know this, right? So in terms of BTC along this level of support, would love to know what you guys are doing. Are you picking up on this level of support on the daily, guys? Bam. we do have a lower level of support. So the notion would be buy at support, sell at resistance. As the channel continues, this channel framework continues, right? That is going to, at some point, guys, at some point that formula of buying at support and selling at resistance is going to expire. You guys know that. Like, it can't. Very rarely do you see a channel formation just go on, into near perpetuity or kind of indefinitely. It's just no. The buyers or sellers, one of the two will become exhausted. Okay, it's just a function of a range trade, of a swing trade, right? It's just a function thereof. So along this level of support, we'd like to see some price interaction. Definitely, guys, I'm going to say we have entries to the extent of 0.44% to the upside, right? We have lower targets, right? BTC is a little tricky, and Angel knows this. In terms of BTC likes to pick up at the preceding intermittent levels of support quite frequently. So buyers have been stepping in here. It's been nice to see this in the context thereof. What have we done, guys? In the context thereof, we have established on that weekly, just really simply and really perfectly, like really nice, the completion, the success story of BTC. As you would look at, well, I mean, if you're disappointed, well, it's down. Look at the success story of BTC over the last 80, almost 90 days. It really is 91 days. What is the success story? Let me actually, let me make sure that I have that. I think it's not 91. Let me do this. It's 91 days, 3 months. We can say for 3 months. What's the success story? It is on the weekly, the descending and ascending, symmetrically constricting line of resistance and support. It is that coil framework which did complete to the upside. We identified it early on the weekly chart. It did complete perfectly to the upside, and along with the formation of this original, guys, kick to the upside here, the good thing is you had, if you were paying attention to the streams, you had the lowest target in the market on the 4 hourly. You had the lowest entry acquisition price on the 4 hourly of any place that I can find, guys. And, we'd have to go like real institutional, probably backdoor with BlackRock, etc. I'm not sure who had a lower price, but on the 4 hourly to fill a large position, you were there, guys. So the good thing is not only did we get a successful completion to the upside, but we also did have that low entry here. So the entry here, beautiful. Then this here, bam, beautiful. Right? So, and along the way, I've given some opportunities to be like, hey, guys, go, get a position, right? And in line with that, it's just, indicated if we're at a line of support. A lot of times I'll say that just to kind of encourage people to trade a little bit. Some people be a little bit shy in terms of trading. They don't want to get, I don't know. There's no magic to the buying or selling unless they do it wrong once or twice. And then it's just people kind of shy from it. So, there's nothing you can't learn in 2022. I want to encourage you guys and definitely let you guys know that in terms of 2022. I want to ask, and I need to ask, Angel, how was your birthday? I have to ask you that. It's just doesn't go without saying. I have to know how your birthday was. This was last week at some point, and we congratulated you. We wish you happy birthday here, and wanted to let you know that all the VIPs shouted out to you, and you guys will see Angel at the top right. Angel, I don't know. I wanted to let you know that the Lambo thing was in effect, right? I wanted to let you know that it's just a little bit different, right? If you see, I wanted to kind of replicate the light system on the interior of the Lambo and not exactly, but if you'll see the you guys know the steering wheel, etc. London's TA is excellent. Thank you, Angel. Hey, I appreciate that, man. That's I appreciate that very, very much. And thank you so much for saying that, Angel. Just birthday was awesome. Hey, that's what I wanted to hear. And as you guys are kind of streaming in the room and kind of paying attention, we have a really tight-knit community. I want to let you guys know that, a really tight-knit community. And it's just one of those, we know the traders here, we know the members here, and it's something that differentiates us from the other groups. It's probably why we are the way that we are in terms of this group. Just to kind of frame that for you guys, it's not a it's not an impersonal environment, right? Let's see what we got. You're welcome, brother. Family is wonderful. Amen. Bam. That's just the best. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. That's everything. That's just it. Like in terms of the markets, in terms of the TA, etc. We can go through the TA, but 2022 has taught us, and if you have a moment to listen to this, anyone, just like 2022 has taught us that TA is TA, technical and crypto is technical and crypto, right? But in terms of family, in terms of your health, in terms of some of these things that crypto may not be able to solve, right? Or wealth could not solve. I got that lesson early this year from a friend. and I can bring that. It was one of the situations where the guy who had everything that called me, and I used to rag on him about the market just quite a bit. And let's look at this real quickly in terms of these features. Preceding descending wedge, as we'll look at this on the daily of BTC, and I'll finish my thought. Preceding on the wedge, do you see the magnitude of this specific formulated pattern event here? That's quite a magnitude, guys. That is, look at the pattern that threw us into reversal. Boom. Do you see the magnitude of this? That's quite a magnitude. Wouldn't you guys say that's really something, huh? As we would look at that, that's quite a that is quite a the volume, or in terms of the size of this pattern framework, it is a big. We're currently at a crux right now in terms of this level of support for BTC. So I would explore lower time frames as always in terms of trying to hold that specified level of support, right? And yeah, I mean it's no drastic situation, right? In terms of the drop, BTC drops all the time. We haven't become immune to it. Angel, sometimes I wonder if you have, because you've been around BTC so much. That's just why you're. Let me see what we have. My family has sequestered me. Just family. Very good. Good. I'm going to put more heart. That's good. So Angel was sequestered for his was sequestered for his birthday, and that's just really cool because we didn't know. I was like, casino. Angel went to the casino. Not sure what exactly went on, but we're excited that it was just the family sequestering you. That's good. Good for the family. Way to go, Nicole. Congratulations to you. That's good to see. As we would update for VIP, just let you guys know we've been trading a lot on leverage. Leverage trades have been going well. Learning the system a little bit more in terms of the crypto system as opposed to maybe some other systems that I'm more familiar with. But in terms of that, just becoming a lot more familiar with those systems as they apply to crypto and the ins and outs. A little bit different than what I'm used to, but it's just it's intuitive by now. I just need a good platform to do it on, and I think a lot of the traders are the same way. They just need a good platform. They just need a good place to trade. Right, I think that's a continual. As we would look at the market dynamics, it's like people can trade. They just need the right technology. They just need the right setup. It's like people understand support resistance. They understand the buy low, the sell high. It's not. There's nothing secretive about kind of the formula that we would put together in terms of it. It's not like hidden, but the technology feels like it's hidden if it's not in your hands, right? And it might as well be. So to the extent that we have. LBank has been a good guys. LBank trades futures well. I'm going to say derivatives well. Very smooth process. Yeah, I can report on that. Very smooth process. I booked an 80% short today. Bam, to the downside, and looks like GMT having some additional price action to the downside. Very, very interesting. GMT down 5.4%, 5.24% today. I know that the VIP in the back knew that I was short on it. I booked that short. I decided to stream. Now it's down another 5%. I'm like, well, that's okay. But I think you guys knew that I was short on that. We'll see how it continues to behave. But that's some mean price action to the downside. Way to go if anybody's shorting. Like I had to stream. And sometimes I'll stream with a trade open, etc. But sometimes I just need to focus. It's like having dinner with my family, and I need to kind of get off the cell phone, right? That's kind of how I feel. So with you guys. So looking at the action on the screen, we have Kyber up 4.76%. Glad to see Angel here. London speaks highly of you. Neodag. What's up, Neodag? Neodag, badge time, man. Badge time. VIP, brother. Would love you to have VIP. Glad we got things sorted out, but I got you sorted out so that you can participate as a member, brother. So go ahead, Neodag. Neodog. Let's see. Neodag. Let me put this here. Boom, boom. We welcome you to join VIP. There we go. And I just put that in there for you. It takes a lot sometimes just to let it go for a little. Family reinforce that. Bam, that's awesome, brother. That is awesome in terms of birthday time, etc. Yeah, that family is a huge component, right? It just reframe everything. Want it? That's really nice, brother. And Yeah, I have big plans for next year. That's it. Big plans for next year. Big beach house for you. Everything else. Big birthday party. We're gonna do it right. I want to be by the beach. I want it to. That's what I want, of course. But it's your birthday. But that's how birthdays are supposed to be, right? You got sequestered this year by your family, and now your family can know. Well, we're gonna throw us a big party on the beach, right? So we'll see. Let's do something fun. I think it'd be a great time. I think it'd be a good time. Nothing too crazy, right? Nothing too crazy. I wouldn't think it would be too crazy. Just something by the water, something by the beach, something fun. Maybe some jet skis, something cool, having a good time, family, friends, stuff like that, and maybe some real loud music, real good times. A lot of people on the dance floor just to top it off. I think that'd be great. So, guys, in terms of your targets on Doge, you have those. In terms of your targets on BTC, you guys have those. Right, if we were to measure from this lower portion here, become a little bit more conservative into that, we're right at the golden pocket on BTC. We're right in the golden pocket on Doge. This is going to determine quite a bit, guys. In terms of the pickup levels, bullish pickup levels, we would like 38.2, right? We'd like that 23.6 or the 38.2, some of those top rungs of the Fibonacci. As we would look at both Doge and BTC. We're looking at the need for, at least to hit that golden pocket. Now that's the natural level, that golden ratio to which all pricing will return to, right? So we're cognizant of that. With that in mind, while it needs to be hit at some point, like the 786, that 86, etc., the full completion down here into this zone, he's really going to, let's say on Bitcoin, would really, as we would complete down into these levels, would really kind of change the framework of what we were looking at. So we're at a line of support. You guys know this. Would love to see that golden pocket play on BTC. Just never overexposed. You guys know that in terms of your positions. And I say it all the time because I really, really mean it. There's nothing that can let's see, and London, let it go crazy. You got it. We love the beach. That's going to be fun next year. Next year is on the map, without a doubt. Is on the map, without a doubt, brother. We're excited about that. It's going to be fun. We've been looking for a VIP, something. We never got to the boat or this or that on the lake. A lot of VIP would say, hey, come to the lake or do something. They say, we'll do our own thing. We'll throw angel party. In terms of that, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it already. So the technicals, let's go through Luna real quickly just to talk about. Let's go through the details on Luna. Huge moving coin. Incredible technology. You guys know that. This is a situation, honestly, when you look at the Luna chart, we would have preferred it to back off a little bit. I just got to tell you, right, if you really know your technicals, I would just say it would have been nice for it to back off just a touch here from this line of resistance across the top, just about that $100, $101, to just tuck down here for a minute and give us that trajectory to the upside. Bam. And the nice thing about the ascending triangle that we could have had on the 4 hourly or the daily would have been the fact that ascending triangles are kind of renowned for one trait, particularly that the top line resistance can serve as the additional, I'd say, ground floor or the foundation for future price action. So it can really, it can serve as the base of future price action, meaning up and above that specific triangulation. We would like to have seen that, right? So we've flirted with the inverse head and shoulders, like one of them here, then another one here. It did not want to get out and up and out of that specific formation. Just not, what would you say, guys? Typical crypto. It wants to push us around a little bit in terms of the formations, in terms of the patterns, doesn't want to behave perfectly. We're looking at that ascending triangle on a few different coins. They've all been a little bit difficult. To tell you the truth, the technicals have not been just perfect as of recently. They've been a little bit trying, from the candle wicks to the lines, etc. So this specific channel formation, we would expect, just as and again, without the technicals being, solidly in play at all times, we would expect that amplitude to play to the downside. Again, we're looking at another golden pocket. So I'd say Luna is potentially outperforming the other coins that we've just looked at because it's up and above that golden pocket range, right? It's still up and above what that would be the target. We may have a lower completion to the target, like on BTC, framed in the middle of the screen, right, as we look at that. So tons of price action, guys. That's the one thing, and I was so excited yesterday. An Angel, I think I sent you something quickly if you didn't get it, but I was able to bring, we were focused on GMT all night in terms of this nice power move to the upside. And I think VIP definitely got the idea. You got to have quick hands. right? And anytime that we see this, I bring this up and wasn't able to do it in the back. I was on my cell phone, etc., looking at this in terms of the elliptical, right? It's in terms of this specific formation here, right? As we would look at something along the lines of an arc formation, these are nice when they do complete to the upside and we get that real parabolic trajectory to the upside. They're not something we typically want to break down out of for reasons such as that which is seen kind of before you now. Pretty meaningful drop here on GMT, but you see the curvature there, just really nice in terms of that indicated. I'd say that arc in terms of the kind of the variable, arced line of support, just very nice. And what's nice about these with the level of support, just the increased level of I'd say expectation to the upside in terms of the level of velocity that we can get at times. When you really trade one of these that really decides to, and it looks like GMT really got close to doing it, or right along this level of prior resistance to support, got close to really rocketing up. Okay. As it fell down, I entered into a short just to experience some of that nice trajectory to the downside, and that was nice to do on 20x. So I hope you guys are trading. I know that you are trading, and that's exciting for me when you guys are trading. That's the bottom line. It's exciting for me when you guys are trading. Let me see what we got in the chats. I'm going to say what is for dinner. I'm going to say that for you, Angel, since Nicole is right next to you, and I want to know what's for dinner. Nikki, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? Since it's a you guys know a lot of people will watch. Maybe they have a wife or something else around, and like I'm going to go ahead and I had that this weekend, and now I have it again, and now I'm going to start asking. So what's for dinner? You know, I'm going to start. I'll start doing some work for the guys who are around. We got to work together here, and Nicole, it's all a joke. I know you know that without a doubt. It's all a joke. But just in terms of that, we try and have a good time around here without a doubt. So looking at the coins, guys, there may be some additional coins. For some reason, I'm starting to think of coins like Phantom, like Cosmos, Atom, Phantom. I did say I would look at SHIB. Let's look at SHIB real quickly, guys. In terms of SHIB on the bottom right, and then I'll highlight it, and we will go. In terms of bringing that to the upside, let me see SHIB right here on the bottom right. Let's go ahead and look at SHIB. SHIB was along, this is on the 4-hourly chart. SHIB has been along this level of support, right? Let's go from the candle wicks and make sure, okay, we're not going to leave anything out there. Along this level of the actual line chart, that was a big deal for SHIB. Now, everyone that I know with SHIB would prefer it to go lower. Telling you guys, people would prefer this and Doge, etc., to go lower for additional accumulation. To the extent that that is possible, beautiful. I'm going to tell you guys, people know this. Literally, the gains are in the lower prices, without a doubt. I know some people with heavy positions, etc., that would still like lower prices. This move here would be a real dream move. I'm going to say this, guys, a dream move. The symmetrical triangulation, right? The amplitude movement here, that measured amplitude stacked down below. If we could achieve something in line, I'm just saying if we could, like a real dream move, just that you know, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything. It's like the expectations of it, are they really there to re-achieve this type of a low in the price? I just tell you guys, the price action on SHIB once it gets going is unbelievable, right? And in terms of yeah, and I appreciate that comment on the CPI index. Yeah, it certainly is an issue, isn't it? Without a doubt, without a doubt, consumer price index, etc. But we're talking about SHIB, we're talking about crypto. I don't disagree with CPI, but I read the Wall Street Journal, I read Forbes, I read Financial Times. Honestly, by the time I'm done with that, I'm done with that. I mean, it's nice to chit chat about everything else. If I want to talk like that, I'll turn on CNBC. I'll listen to some guy get interviewed, and I don't want to listen to other people who just watch that guy get interviewed to tell him what to think. And so most of the people that I hear talk in a private space or elsewhere have just plugged into a major news source or the Wall Street Journal and are repeating exactly what they've heard. So I'm not a big fan of that. I'm just not. We can talk about the technicals all day long. Our framework never shifts, right? In terms of absolutely compounding down at lower levels, something that has the expectation of a future cycle to it, right? In terms of SHIB, without a doubt, we're looking at lower acquisitions, period. Potentially like a dream would be incredible. Just dream work. Now we'd have to get through. The problem is the big hurdle here would be the 78.6. I mean, getting through that 78.6 is not going to be easy. We have work to get through for people who want to acquire at lower levels. We've worked to get through this level of specific support, right? So to the extent that we're looking at something that should cycle again, it's just got an incredible community to it with SHIB, right? At some point, we're expecting another cycle, another pricing cycle to it. And to that effect, I'll just say that you have some hurdles to get down to the 786 and that 86, right? The 786 and that 86 to get down to really optimal pricing. But with that said, it's just it does frame the market nicely because we can't get back these moments in time. You guys know that we streamed during this trajectory up. That was one of our first 2 X's in the group. So shout out to the VIP. That is important history we have with SHIB. We caught this one as well. Bam bam. A lot of people made money. VIP made some cash with SHIB. So looking at SHIB, that's technically indicated again, kind of like a dream move. I want to tell you, kind of like a dream move. To the extent that we could get, I'm going to tell you guys, to the extent that we could have USDT.D. Now, this will be the challenge for people who have been up 200% of your BTC short. Good for you. That's really great. If you would like to join our, let's see what we got. You are welcome to join our VIP if you trade. That's what I would say. If you are up 200% on your BTC short, that's great. You probably had some leverage today, and yeah, way to go. Nice trade. That's a good day, right? If you had some cash, a decent position with it, then that's a good day. Congratulations for having a good day in crypto. Not easy. We were busy trading the number 1 coin in crypto, I think, for the last 24 hours, which would be GMT. So looking at this USDT.D. Tether dominance, you guys know, move to the upside. This here, downward sloping channel. This could really mean a lot, guys, to crypto. You guys know that it could mean a lot in terms of lower prices. It's set up technically to perform well, and the hidden, move here would be on the monthly, and you guys can look at this level of variability and you can judge it for yourselves in terms of the pattern dynamics. You guys know we focus on New York Institute of Finance, where Wall Street goes to school. That's what we want to focus on, period. And the guys who are into the book, don't even take Angel's copy, I'll tell you, or any other top trader that I know. If you removed that book from their home, any of the top traders that I know, they would come hunt you down. I'm literally telling you guys that. It's on the bookshelf, it's on the desk, wherever it is, they will come and hunt you down. I'm telling you, the real stuff where Wall Street goes to school, take a lot of different stuff, but don't take that book. I tell you, they'll come and hunt you down. So in terms of this level of prior resistance to, I'd say, a potential attempt to confirm on this monthly chart, and it dug in here. I was talking with Pathfinder, VIP, and I was telling him, this level of prior resistance, it's cut in through here, but it still could traject up. And that's what we saw, and we were discussing that because it did capitulate back down through that level of resistance, right? It wasn't clean, but as I looked at the preceding levels here, we had some variability along this line precedingly in this, like the 4-hourly or the daily chart, without a doubt. So I was prepared for a little bit of interaction here on both sides of that level of prior resistance. Just was that cross trend line as I had defined it in this level. This was the level of cross trend that we designated with a hit on it between myself and the VIP in the back. We were looking at this cross trend level. Very interesting line to kind of absorb and frame around the different I'd say potentials within that line. So yeah, if you are a trader, we welcome you to trade with us. We have a good group in the back, and it's just good fun in terms of booking trades and having the right group. We just we're not the Discord, we're not the Telegram. We want to be better than that, better than all that. So Twitter gives us some enterprise security, and we focus on the fundamentals of TA as they are best understood, as best as we can best understand them. That would be applied to like institutional desks at Wall Street, etc. That's what we want to frame around. You can go the solo route if you want to say, no, those, you hate all those people. But, I grew up liking those groups. I really did. And to the extent that they're more heavily involved in crypto, that's a good thing. I'm supportive of that fact. I like the fact that they have desks now to trade BTC, that we get to compete with them. And if you haven't met any of those top level traders, or maybe the top level trader, I won't mention names, but if you haven't met any of them, you may get lost in your own fantasy. Just tell you, those guys can trade, guys. I know that you book maybe a 500% trade or this and that. Those guys can handle some cash, and they have cash backed up, reserved behind that to hammer in. Granted, but those guys have got their namesake together for a reason, and they're in charge of billions for a reason, and it's nice to see how they operate, to tell you the honest truth. So looking at this, it's nice that I know how some of them operate. That's a good thing. Cool story, I guess. Cool experience for me a little bit. In terms of this level of just knowing some of those guys is a cool experience. In terms of this level of support, let's see if BTC can pick up. Let's see if we can get some action at this level. And in terms of a variability here, I don't see, honestly, if I could look at how things could be interrupted. What could be an interrupter right now? Is there anything that could be interrupting? Let's think out of the box for a minute. Let's get completely out of the box here. Let me erase this on BTC. Let me see if I can come up with any kind of an interruption as to what could occur here that could be off the map a little bit. Not exploratory necessarily, but let's make sure that we have. Let's just start to kind of work a little bit with the preceding technicals. There's a potential interrupter. There we go. All right, that didn't take too long. Looking at this specific line of prior, essentially in here, we're going to have to cut in through this level. This specific line, and I mean an interrupter towards the downside price, towards someone just brought up there in a short. All right, well, maybe an interrupter would be some sort of a cross trend line dynamic in line with preceding resistance to support, right? That would coincide quite well, and we can explore. We can come up with different cross trends, different ideas that may impact a specific trade or provide an additional level of support or resistance, right? At any point in time, finding the key one is the real idea, right? That's the real key. Kind of approach here. Looking at that level of support to the resistance brought up, which we identified, this top level resistance, right? You guys know that. But yeah, looking at this specific framework here, it's, this interrupts the entirety of this line, but it's closely indicated, right? We're close to it, right? So, I'm glad we brought that up. That's, I won't go past that. How about we could for a while? I won't. I will for VIP later, and I'll give them the information in terms of what we do come up with, but going to that monthly again, let's look at the monthly and see if there's anything that we need to necessarily pay attention to. Definitely on that monthly, the critical notion is, guys, let's pay attention to this on that monthly for the entirety of the market, right? We want to the extent that she would like to continue to play ball in the form of an ascending level of support. You guys know this. This gets a little bit... things change just a bit in terms of the notion if she cannot maintain a level of, I'd say, that level of support. So the fact that, I guess, if we were exploring going into the monthly as well, we're at a direct line support on this monthly. That's to be noted, right, as we would dig into that. Let's make that exact, okay? So that's 2, okay? I said I was going to quit after the first one. But I think we should definitely mention this in terms of this specified line here. Let's go ahead and extend that right line, make sure that we're snapped on in terms of that snap to the grid function of that line. Yeah, that is the line. But what are we going to do with that, guys? If it doesn't want to play, I hope it does. We'll see what happens. In terms of that, we have I'm going to say this, guys. We have VIP who love hitting at lower targets. We have them. I have VIP who have made me draw the line down to the golden pocket. You guys know that. Let me say this. I'm happy to have lower prices, but there are people who don't like lower prices. It literally ruins their day, their week, their month. There are just guys who operate better when we're operating with higher prices. And some guys are fine with the lower prices, but some guys aren't, right? And so if you're one of those traders who can get through those lower prices, through those, and I shout out to Angel, because Angel knows. Angel, he thrives in the trenches. He'll come out of nowhere, and that's how he turns into Super Chat King. He's like, no fear, no fear. He is the market down here. Literally, he rallies the troops at these lower levels. Like he's a rare commodity. He's a rare trader, and that he knows how to trade. He's inspired at these lower levels. Very few people get inspired at lower levels. So to the extent that you're capable of doing that, I just want to challenge you. That's why I want to hold on to this level, right? I'd like to personally, because while most people will say that they can or they will They tell you, they'll promise you that they'll rally around the lower levels. It just gets, let's just look at this. In terms of the timing, one of the things that'll get you is the timing, right? Again, here, timing. If we look at like 3 years, if we were to go, let's say 2.5 to 3 years sideways, that could start to weigh on anyone's emotions. That could start to really impact you. You guys know that. But the good news is, as you guys trade and as you're elevating your trade game, the time here is not altogether different, or the time here in this, let's say if you're 400 plus days sideways, well, not to somebody who's been trading, right? Not to someone who's been trading. So that's our key. That's our kind of our handshake, salute, and everything all at one. There is not if you're trading. We're trading. That's just it. You meet us, everything else about us, you come into contact with us, bam, we're trading. That's what we do. We trade. So we're happy to have holders from lower levels, and like Angel with $7.79 on BTC. Just I understand trade mentality a little bit because I deal with a lot of traders. Just be inspired now. Promise me you'll be inspired now that if we were to get into lower levels here, guys, it's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. And it'll separate the men from the boys, okay? I just tell you that. It will separate the men from the boys, and Angel knows what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, I guarantee you've seen an Angel throughout you've seen the spirits kind of die as you get down into lower prices and the time frames, that it takes more time. And it is what it is, but that's why we have VIP. And that's, I guess that's a good thing to look at. It's not just standard traders. These are VIP traders. So we're excited to have all the VIP with us today. And, let me say this, super excited to have Angel in the house. Boom. And we probably need to fire off, we should fire off Angel Air. I reserve some of that stuff for when you decide to super chat and do all that other stuff, so that you can make noise when you want to make noise, my man. And let's see what we got here. So in terms of this bottom line support, we can review this just a bit here. We can review again, just in terms of review, this specific level. If we were to get into, I could say this is the approach that we had yesterday in terms of a little bit elevated in this level, right? In terms of that mid-level function, we go to the hourly if need be on this. The entirety of the move here, if we're going to go to the candle wicks, right, are going to differ a little bit from the actual lines. You guys know the candle wicks to the lines are going to provide you a bit of variety, right? They just are. We look for confluence amongst the targets. And while the lower prices, let me say this, guys, while we've had some challenge with experiencing the lower price, the overall market did, though. I mean, NASDAQ is throwing Bitcoin around like nobody's business, guys. It's literally just, it's par on par. So we look at that. The correlation is very strongly noted. I think you guys will agree with that. In terms of the line of support, we're at the line of support. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you're hitting your targets, that you're not overexposed. If you're not having a good season, if you've had it rough with TA, I want to encourage you right now to join VIP. I want you to see if you can turn that around, and I mean that. Okay? If you're not doing well trading, if you're overexposed, every trade is against you for some reason, I want to encourage you to join VIP. We have had successful traders, okay? And not just on the bulk, 10,000 people joined, and well, 2 or 3 did well. Guys, we have a lot of solid talent in the back rooms. We would really like to have you guys if your goal is to beat the market. That's the bottom line. And it's about 8:30. We've had a good stream. Guys, I really appreciate you being here. We'll be streaming tomorrow. Let me get to work for the VIP. I want to go through some charts. I want to make sure that things are in order for the next big mover. We caught GMT yesterday to the upside. It was the number one coin amidst all of the red in the market. It was up 17%. That's what I like to bring you guys, and definitely bring the VIP ahead of time so they can frame their trades around it. And what I'll say is that, I'll be busy doing that. And let's see. Oh, Chris, Chris is a new VIP. Chris, I need you to hit me back at the Twitter DM to the extent that you can. I want to shout out to Sean. Sean, what's up? We appreciate having you in VIP, brand new VIP. Excellent VIP, just so you guys know. We also have Frankie in the house. Frankie, stick to your New York Institute of Finance, my man. You're going to do really great, I promise. I want to shout out to Freddie. Big man, what's up, Freddie? You guys see Angel in the top right. He's our number one VIP, without a doubt. Also had to shout out to Vlad. Vlad, I miss you, my man. What's up? Angel was gone for a week after his birthday. I don't know if you went to Vegas, Vlad. hit up a brother when you can, just to let you know. I'm going through these because I need to say hi to some of these guys. Luke, shout out to you, brother. Love the family, love the pigs, love the kiddos. Always VIP in the house. In terms of Richard, hope you're well on the road. I want to let you know, Richard, former U.S. Army, back stateside. Excited to have you, Richard. You're the man. Steve-O, and I'll go through as many as you can just real quickly. Steve, my man, hope you're doing well. Hope you're trading well. And for all of those others, like Neodag, what did I do here? Neodag, thanks, London, for your professional analysis. Hey, I'll just tell you, Neodag, I unblocked you so that you could join, and I'm looking forward to you joining with the likes of Slim Dogeinator. What is up, Slim, my man, top dog in the back of the house without a doubt. You guys know this. And Pathfinder's down there somewhere. I think Pathfinder, where'd you go, Pathfinder? I don't know where Pathfinder is. I got to find your deal. There's Pathfinder right here. Pathfinder's got some of the greatest charts, best charts you guys are going to see. The man hit the low in Doge. Listen to me at the top. He listened to me at the top, and he literally hit the low in Doge. What's up? That is something, guys, for a channel to be able to say during this. Guys, Doge is one of the most popular traded coins in the market. For me to be able to say that during this time period, I was pointing people to the 86, and yes, that Pathfinder actually hit the 86, the absolute low in the market, I am thrilled. He was able to do that with backup heavy reserve capital. Bam. What is up? That is VIP, guys. That's what we're after. So, and I have to reframe in terms of the Sean, hey, y'all, ready to learn from VIP. We'll get there. I promise you, Sean, in the back is going to be great as soon as you get that book in. And that's just the key book, guys. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I literally, I've known some of the top, if not the top trader from Wall Street. And it's just literally, that's the book, guys. So I'm not going to say, well, maybe that's the book, or maybe no. If I know different, I'm going to share it with you, I promise, so that you can get things right, right? So there's no, you're new to crypto and have a lot to learn. Well, Neodog, man, you could learn it. I'm going to tell you. I promise you can learn it, and we'd love to help you learn it in VIP. And you get a lot of exposure if you're brand new to crypto, and gosh, would you save yourself from some headaches and some wrong trades, my friend. Good gosh. Like Pathfinder, some of the guys who really plugged in early and really made some great decisions early on. I think it would be great for you to join. And yeah, we'd really we'd be happy to have you in VIP if you're brand new. We've had a lot of new traders who really focus on booking. Like I with the new traders, I'll say like, okay, I want you to book 10 trades in a row, 10 positive trades in a row. Right, really disciplining people, getting them in the framework of booking 10 trades in a row. Some people right now, they can't book 1 or 2 in a row. So as we get towards really working with some like consistency and discipline, and it's not like boot camp, guys. It's like a cool group, like period. We have a cool group. It's like, top-notch guys, just cool, chill guys, professionally minded in terms of their demeanor, their scope, etc. Very, I say, the levels of integrity around, to the extent we say that, to the extent we can say that, I'll say this, we're not choir boys, as Angel always says, okay? So, and I don't care about what you did last summer. That is not important to me. I care as to whether or not you want to beat the market, period. And if you want to, I believe that you can, period, because we have the tools to help you to do it. We have the right environment in terms of having the #1 trade group, which we have. Angel, my man, much love to you, to Nikki as well, to everybody in the audience. We'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully Neodag will hit the join button. We're looking, you put 85K all in at once 2 weeks ago and now down 12%. You need to join VIP. I'm going to tell you that. That's just it. Hit that button, whether on the clock or off the clock, in terms of during the stream or after the stream. And guys, we will, there's a chance that I may stream later. I'm going to go ahead and say that. It's 8:25. I've been this way recently. If I stop streaming, I'll do research for the VIP. Then I get this way, I want to stream later. So I'm going to tell you guys, we may be streaming later tonight, okay, just so that you know. With the market in the condition that it's in, etc. I'm just of this mood, and maybe because I'm having some fun trading, I think, honestly, between hitting some leverage trades on 20X, etc. I think I'm just having a good time with it. I'm back into a flow. I'm feeling good. I just feel like maybe streaming a little bit more tonight. I almost did last night. I spent some time with VIP. So to the extent that we decide to stream later tonight, if you can make it, that's great. We always enjoy having the VIP Let's see. Wish I had known about the channel in November. Very expensive lesson since then. Yeah, we'll get you there, Sean. We will get you there. We will get you to your destination. And that's what I'll put at the end is VIP. That's it. So I'm glad you're here now. That's the important thing, right? So I'll talk to you guys soon. We'll chat maybe a little bit if we stream later, and appreciate you guys being here. This is London. Remember on BTC, we're currently challenging a crucial level of support. It's going to affect not only BTC but the entirety of your altcoins. Guys, some interaction here in terms of a positive move could really be an excellent trading opportunity, with the notion that you have to keep an eye on the lower time frames. You have to. I'll be plugged in the back with the VIP. And guys, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.